Said there's nothing made of matter. Hey, said there's nothing made of matter. Hey, there's nothing made of matter that could hold me back. Yeah, could you silence all the chatter? I really don't need that. Hey, all my goons, you should tune into reality. So much more to explore than your tiny galaxy. Puffin', stuffin', sippin', chattin', Scots, no matter. So we heal up like a medikit here. So let's get it. There's nothing made of matter. Hey, said there's nothing made of matter. Hey, there's nothing made of matter that could hold me back. Hey, there's an art to exploring, going place to place. And I really hate phones that meet me face to face. Think the concept of relationships is bonkers. Have an ego, my existence soon will conquer. I take the digital, manifest it in the physical. Now it is tangible, visible, gifted you with cerebral visualization. Ego dissolved by obliteration. Call me sage of 6 paths, UVOGIN sensei. Causing planetary devastation, Shibaku Tensei. Said there's nothing made of matter that could hold me back. Yeah, and it doesn't really matter who told me that. Yeah, there's nothing made of matter. Hey, said there's nothing made of matter. Hey, there's nothing made of matter that could hold me back.
What do you like best about coming to Art from Ashes workshops? Centauria, age 13, says, being able to write my feelings without them being wrong or stupid. Amy, age 15, says I can express myself more. like being able to present myself truly without being judged or laughed at, says Theron, age 17. Leilani, age 15, says, I get to hear about how others feel and how they may perceive the world. Michaela, age 18. Art from Ashes has opened my mind to be more creative and to dig a lot deeper within myself.
Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Theo Wilson, and welcome to the Celebration of Light. Tonight we have a lot of wonderful poetry for you, some performances from youth, and just a time to share some inspirational stories. So stick around, and thank you for showing up for this lovely evening. So this is why we do the Celebration of Light. Because during this time of year, it's just a wonderful thing to bring together all the beautiful humans in our orbit and really focus on the triumphs of this year. And as you know, this year is probably been one of the most trying years that we can imagine on almost every front. And more than ever, it's important to elevate these young folks. It's important to raise their voices of triumph and to focus ourselves on the things that we're grateful for. And I know that we're certainly grateful for you. And what we've been shown is that the community is grateful for us. And so in this time, it's really important that we all show our support the very best we can to keep this mission going, because the young folks that we serve, they need us, and truthfully, we need them. So as you know, Catherine O'Neill is the executive director and founder of Art from Ashes, and I don't have to tell you how important this lady is. I mean, she's been serving this community really in various capacities for decades right now, and she just received the Bonfils Stanton Award, and for this her vast community service. I'm just gonna brag on my friend real quick. I mean, she has transformed the lives of at least 14,000 people with this program alone, 14,000 young people. And so I had the honor of being interviewed for this clip. As you know, I'm in there and I get to say dope things about my friend, so check it out.
Because I am young, I am dumb, unwise, inexperienced, not knowing peace. As you judge me in your over-extravagant car, my spirit is not dead. Poetry is a dialogue with the subconscious, using the language of metaphor. How often do we listen to that conversation that's going on in here? How often do we share ourselves with others? Poetry makes that possible. Oh, you have missed so much. Because I am male, I have to fit your image of who you think I should be. My spirit is not dead. I have been working with young people doing creative expression and personal transformation for more than 30 years.
In this society, the authentic expression of the human voice is curtailed, and it's more and more difficult to get kids to connect and express out loud.
I work with young people before they hit that point to let them know that this access to their creativity, this access to their vulnerability is possible and available.
It gives them a peek above the clouds of adolescence to say that this is a skill that I can use beyond these short yet troubling times.
I am not the man you may think. Come along for a ride and you will see that there is oh so much more to me. My spirit comes alive as you look into my eyes, but you still can't see me.
Catherine has made a big change throughout this city since her foundation of Art from Ashes. Her main focus is making sure that kids who are hurting and in need can express themselves openly, freely, in a way that isn't filtered.
The reason that we do 3-minute prompts and say, don't think, write as fast as you can, write nonsense, and just be that creative self, let it flow, is because it shows how simple it is to tell your truth, to tell your story. And it's amazing because you give people permission to write nonsense and wisdom happens.
We encourage the kids to get up in front of everybody. So the expression piece is there to make sure that they're looking within and then encouraging them to bring it to the surface. The connection piece is the peer element. You hope that when they're all done with this, that you will build a community with the students. Then you're free for the magic, which is the transformation.
The idea that what you say can alter your perception of self and consequently of reality. That there's an ability we have as creative geniuses to say, that happened, that's a fact, this is the story I made up. If I'm making up stories, I'm gonna make up one that shows how beautiful I am and how valuable I am. I will say it again. I am black and white, country and hood, business and street, poor and rich, beaten by the world, but still blessed. I am not a victim, nor do I owe any explanation to any person who does not take the time to walk with me. At the end of 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. What a hell of a journey. There was so much pain to try and hold in my body and in my heart and in my mind. There was so much pain.
I didn't want her to panic. She's one of the most supportive people I ever had in my life. Every new powerful thing that happens in my life, she's my biggest fan. And I know I'm not unique because she makes all the youth feel like that.
The whole process of holding space for everything, I'm so glad I've been practicing this for 30 years because it was pretty devastating. I will leave you with one thing though. The stars don't even limit me. Come and see. My spirit is not dead. There's this stream, that river that runs through everything in my life that says, you are meant to be here. And I discovered I am big enough to hold all of that. People said, hey, we see you and we appreciate the work you've done. That's huge. That shifts the balance and just the life-changing aspect of being seen and being heard, which is what I've wanted to give others for so many years.
Welcome back. So I think it's important that we talk about why Art from Ashes exists. It exists to empower struggling youth through creative programming to facilitate health and hope through expression, connection, and transformation.
I'm Louis Leese. I'm a member of the Board of Advisors at Art from Ashes, as well as former board president and vice president, as well as a former staff member. I've been involved with the agency for about 13 years. I feel like I've seen a lot of really great things happen at AFA. Art from Ashes provides crucial support for marginalized young people who otherwise would not have a safe place to go to be with trusting adults who they can say things to. Young people need to feel that their voices are heard, and our society too often marginalizes young people by telling them that what they have to say is not important, that their opinions don't count, that their contribution is not of value. And Art from Ashes prides itself as an agency on providing a safe space for young people to freely express themselves, tell us their stories about who they are, and take control of the story of their life.
do what's right and say what's right and be appropriate and stay within the lines and get a good job and get good grades and do what you're told. In here, it's an uncensored environment for you to be wildly creative.
Wake up and open your eyes. We got a full generation D'ing at the test.
My generation is a well-corrupted nation.
And I can't suture my past with cash or a pipe blast, speeding up to pass my pain. Can't call the game on account of rain. Like sudden bursts of pain puddles, the drains in my brain. These hurricanes of problems are gonna drive me insane.
That's what we do. We practice accessing the genius we all have. You are a child again. You are a creative genius. You can say anything you want. Write. Just write. Don't take your pen off the paper.
It's called a seashell, but it's a piece of the sea's soul. How the sweet sea kissed it, formed it, enamored it, charmed it, the sea. She is my love, and any charm, any sentiment, it is mine, yes it is mine, because I love her.
My word was whisper. My life is like a whisper, never being able to talk out of context, never being able to do anything wrong. I whispered to my little sister, everything's gonna be alright, as the tear falls from my cheeks.
If I was different, would you love me away, like the way you loved Elvis? Love me away like Bob, maybe even Mother Teresa. Would you still care as much if I were different? Still stare as much if I were different? Could I be more detailed or less enchanting? Maybe more majestic in the streets? I try to play along. And when I do, you boo. But I'm different though.
A lot of people put their identity based on what other people say about them and how other people think of them. This is how you bless yourself and say, no, I am going to choose who I am and I am powerful.
Some people like to make other people mad and sad. These kind of people will not break or shake me. No, instead of letting them make me sad or mad, I will stand still. I will stand still like a mountain. I will break your evil curse.
My definition of an evil spell would be my mom. I have street smart just like my father. No matter whether she told me that she hated me or not, I love her unconditionally. My father is in my heart and in my soul. I also see him at the cemetery. And I'm a poet. I shine. I shine like the child of the night.
I shine like a flashlight on a security guard, like the black man I am.
I shine in Iraq, where I protect this country.
I shine because inside I am divine.
I shine like a star gone supernova, a bolt of lightning and then gone, avoiding all harm so I can live on.
I shine like the sun has looked upon my face in the land of my fathers and their God.
As we shine who we are, we turn away those who have nothing to learn from us and attract those who do and from whom we have to learn as well. So when somebody comes against you and accuses you with an evil spell, you bless, you recreate yourself with powerful words like these poems that you wrote tonight. And guys, you did these poems in 3 minutes. How brilliant are you to write such beautiful words in 3 minutes and to create this truth in your life? I think you're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your poems with us.
And now we're at my favorite part of the evening. This is when we actually get to hear the young people speak, the young people that we've been serving. And I tell you what, What they have to share with you is definitely going to touch your heart. It always touches mine. And they come from all walks of life, and they really put it out there what they're going through. And when they do that, it's just so absolutely empowering. I'm telling you, I got to be like a guest poet or just a fly on the wall of one of these workshops to see how these works get developed. It is wonderful. So here are our youth poets.
Hi, I'm Atlantic, and this is my poem, The Sludge. Well darn, I say as I place the rock on the riverbank, the same river I swam time after time, the same river I loved so much, filled with sludge, oil, trash. And I no longer swim any time the same river I loved, thinking to myself walking through the hot, thick sand, this was once my dream.
Nora, a 9th grader at Denver Online High School. I will be reading my poem, Bella. You showed me pain, you showed me my flaws, you always made me think I was wrong. You taught me strength, you taught me to ignore those who throw others to the floor. I forgive you, forevermore. Yes, you showed me pain, yet taught me so much more.
Hi, my name is Tylen Jones, and through being with Art from Ashes has helped me a lot with expressing my emotions a little bit and helping me clear my mind a lot, and a lot of the things that I want to say off my chest. So it's been a lot of help to me. Been there for the years I've been in here. Is called perspective. People only like to see the world through their own eyes and can't give a damn about what people see as truth or lie. It's kind of funny how we compare our struggles, but don't see how ours even compares. Everyone has their own shit that can drop them on their knees when they take a hit. People like to tell others their truth, but don't know what they were taught as a youth. Teach them lies while looking them in the eyes. The way everyone views the world is different, so don't go making judgments. And it's sad how people only see through peepholes and not see a picture that's whole. Because the way everyone looks at life makes one big picture. And if we see through that, we can live life with a perfect mixture.
Everyone thinks I'm a badass, which isn't really a lie, by the way. But I gotta put on my pants one leg at a time. And I'm disabled, so it probably takes a bit longer. But I do what I want to do. It took a few years to be comfortable in my own skin. But now I let my free flag fly. Yeah! I ain't got much time left, so I'm gonna spend my dark humor spitting, adventure taking, woman loving country as making it the way I want it to be. Yeah!
So the reason why I got involved with Art from Ashes is because when I was just a slam poet, all these other poets were talking about this organization that you could really apply your spoken word to actually help facilitate with you. So Bianca McCann at the time was part of the organization, and you know, she was part of Slam Nuba, so I came on through, and before I knew it, I found family here. And I'm just telling you, like, when you see a kid actually open up, when you start to see lives change, when you start to see them grow in their confidence, when they start to rewrite their story, then if you care anything about young folks, you got to come back. And so that's why I made sure that any capacity that they needed me in, I was going to be a part of it, including this capacity right here, because I can't really get involved in an organization like that unless I really deeply believe in the mission. And I deeply believe in this mission.
Art from Ashes began 2020 like we have for many years. We hosted on-site workshops for youth on Wednesdays and First Fridays. We facilitated workshops at partner locations including schools, community centers, and youth conferences and summits. Our youth participants regularly attended events and performed their poems in front of hundreds of people. When classes were canceled and events were postponed, like everyone else, we were scrambling for ways to continue serving. Well, we're used to finding creative solutions to whatever life throws our way. The Art from Ashes staff spent much of the summer experimenting with all of the different ways that we could reach the youth and still accomplish our mission of expression, connection, and transformation.
Club called Heaven got democratized because their version is just a birdcage for angels. It's gated and they hate it, but our words are wildfires. Be my underbrush and leaves, hotter than a superhero bar fight up inside the Justice League. And maybe this stage is mountainless.
This year has not slowed us down. It certainly has made us stronger. Our weekly workshops haven't stopped, and our long-term partnerships have continued. We've expanded our youth ambassador program and added pastries and poetry with Chef Brian Smith and Laura Pena.
Hi everyone, I am Kayla Marque, a singer-songwriter and guest artist with AFA. I've been doing it for years now, and I know firsthand the importance and the value of this program and this organization. For the youth that we serve, this is a safe space. It may be the only safe space that they have to express themselves in. And so it is critical that we keep this organization and these programs running for them, especially in this time with 2020, the pandemic and the civil unrest that we face. I think it has become even more important for the youth to know that there are people that care about them, and we want to uplift and amplify their voices. These are the people that are going to be leading our future. So let's cultivate and nourish them the way that they need to. And Art from Ashes really does that.
I don't mind if you stay a while on my breath and on my fingertips. I don't mind if I've been carved from the marble of your heart. You can tame me, or I can be your wilderness. Start a life from the sand, build a castle to the sun. Gravity will not catch us. In the giant's blue eyes, we are diamonds, crystallized in a dream. There's no time or space, no limits to define us. Dying, beautiful in those eyes of yours. You can't close them or I'll be your kaleidoscope.
I'm Brandon, I'm 17. Well, actually, my school facilitates a workshop that uses Arts from Ashes as like a curriculum almost, and helps us express ourselves in the classroom freely. And we have an uncensored workshop, so you can essentially like actually say what you want to say without being like getting in trouble for it per se, which is very helpful. Sometimes there's a lot of stuff that you'll have on your chest and you can't really get it out. You don't have really anyone to talk to. And just like having a workshop like this honestly opens up like so many new like things for us to do. Like for me, I used to self-harm and per se do other stuff that was very unhealthy and toxic to actually cope with. But Arts from Ashes, like being able to say what's on my mind is really healthy and actually helps me a lot. I'm gonna have to say wanting to better my poetry and then the pizza. Just kidding, no, but honestly, it's a great community and I'm really happy to be a part of it. And like, I really like the cause of like, there's people out there that don't really have their voices heard, and this workshop and like group essentially gives them that opportunity they wouldn't have prior to meeting Arts from Ashes. Honestly, if I had money to give, I would definitely give to this cause because it helps so many people. And like, I don't feel many people understand that, but if you can, please definitely donate to this cause because I for one believe it's a great one.
Right now is a very challenging time for a lot of young people, especially with the conditions that the pandemic imposes upon our lifestyles, with some of the socio-political realities that we've seen brought to bear in recent days. It's more important than ever that Art from Ashes is available to provide a safe space and trusted adults for young people to speak their minds, to tell their stories, and to speak a reality that they want to live in. A lot of people are struggling financially right now, but some of us are not. If that's you, join me reaching into your pocket once a month and making a sustaining gift to Art from Ashes a part of your annual giving plan. Do that for your kids, Do that for your kids' friends. Do that for kids that you don't know. Somewhere out there right now, there's a young person who needs to be heard, and Art from Ashes is ready to hear them.
Okay, I'm just start. Sometimes I think that I really need makeup to hide me from myself. When I look in the mirror, all I see is my bad imperfections brought to life. Big eyes, full of cries, full lips, I'm a bitch. My father likes to say that I don't need makeup, that I have a nice face. But that doesn't explain away the facts, because girls stare at me, boys call me ugly behind my back. My mother calls me fat because she loves me and is trying to help me. So maybe the 1, 2, 3 layers of glitter and color and shine will bear the urge and worriness. I'm gonna start by taking off everything. So maybe I could have courage and will bear the lack of rhymes and reason. Maybe one day I'll have the courage to wash all my makeup away. And maybe one day is today. Without all the tools caused and created for a woman to enhance themselves, for yourselves, you're just as wonderful without them, just by being yourself. Thinking of one natural response, my heart's racing, not knowing the consequences I will be facing. My brain holds back, trying to keep my heart on track. Trying to restrain, but still reminded of the pain. My mascara blends out as my tears take her out. The scars that are left behind leave an impression on my mind and an engraving in my heart. Just so insecure, women are afraid to be seen without. I'm a part of that some. They must self-secure with it on. Without makeup, you'll still be beautiful to me. I admire you for your beliefs. This is no lie, just simply the truth. Some so shocked when they see women looking simple, then wonder about their image. Without makeup, you're just one lovely woman who I constantly want to admire. People stare at me, wondering who I could be, avoiding my biggest fears and covering up all my tears. Makeup was a mask, and I made it a task. I changed my whole role to protect my soul. But I have always been called a natural beauty, never seen the purpose to cover my flaws. And here I am, all my imperfections and all. And
the changes I have made, the things I have said, the pain in my heart, the anger in my brain. I look back and I think who I used to be, I'm no longer that man. Better I stand with you behind me, holding me up, you were my rock. The only one who taught me how to love, I was lost in the dark. I seen your light, I am saved, the changes I have made, the person I become, it meant that I love you.
Connection is a simple wax burning. Connection is a new prayer to an ancient listener. Connection is the meeting of two lips in romantic clash. Connection is a bright and colored deep green. Connection is a magnetic pulse that pulls the turning sea. Connection is the rushing blood that moves each part of me. So now knowing what connection is, speak, oh beautifully broken. Make knowledgeable the space your existence takes up.
For basically all my life, I've been a really creative person.
Yeah,
Always
good.
had a real thing for writing and creating stories. And 2 years ago, it just disappeared from the face of the earth. It was just gone. But for my sophomore year, I joined in my creative writing class at my school. And that's when they introduced art from ashes to me. And it was a lifesaver. I was so depressed that I lost my creative streak. And then suddenly it was back and the ideas in my head were just flowing and I couldn't keep up with them because they were going so much and I was just spitting them on the paper. And so it's helped me a lot to get through some really tough situations.
Thank you. Great. Yeah, share your poem.
Okay, so this poem I titled What It Means. Emptiness, the state of containing nothing. How I felt before you came into my life and after you left. Regret, a feeling of sadness or disappointment over something that has happened or has been done. As time goes on, the list just keeps growing. Love, a deep romantic attachment, a truly wonderful feeling that I learned from you. Beauty, a combination of qualities that pleases the aesthetic senses. My favorite is that split second, when the whole sky is gray during a sunset. Eternity, infinite or unending time. My story isn't over. My body may die, but my soul will carry on to the next book in my series. Choices, an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities. A beginning or an ending, a miracle or a disaster, our choices could affect everything or nothing. Happiness, the state of being happy. Something I used to take for granted, and now it feels like a gift. Addiction, the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. Who would have thought self-harm could be so hard to break free from? And it doesn't just hurt you, but those who care about you as well. These are words that through many experiences have gained great inspiration to my life.
For those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Catherine O'Neill Thorne, the Executive Director and Founder at Art from Ashes. And it has been my privilege and my honor to work with and to serve more than 14,000 young people over the past 17 years. Thank you so much for being here. During the darkest of times, light shines all the more brightly. And at this celebration of light, we thank you for wanting to participate in listening, which is true love, and in supporting the facilitation of growth that young people experience through a recognition of their own creative genius. And you get to experience this yourselves, both in listening to their incredible poetry, acknowledging their creativity and vulnerability and courage, standing up and sharing it with you, and also by giving, because we are still on fire to serve more youth and to continue serving in our community. So thank you again for helping us provide hope to youth, for being our hands and for being our heart, by giving this celebration of light.
This poem is called Wonder, for the kid in everybody. When you hear a child laugh, it's hard to distinguish between a giggle and a bubbling of worlds from their tummy. Every planet, a different draft of future Earth, sketched by their potential, floating to your ears and popping, releasing echoes of lost dreams. Stolen by your alarm clock. Wake up! It's Monday morning again in the crapshoot of your life. That's why you joke at the water cooler. Another day in paradise. In the casino of your career, the hamster wheel is a roulette table. You hedge your bets, try to slow your roll, but it seems you're always rushing. Maybe your world is the bouncing marble playing the numbers around the reel. But is there a part of you still tracing the rings of Saturn on a big wheel, where the teacher's voice is a cosmic echo in the background of your universe as you chase the sun on a skateboard made of rolling eclipses? Do you still fold paper planes into hang gliders, shrink down and soar through the diorama of when dinosaurs ruled the classroom, lead a herd of charging triceratops through the halls of the Death Star because you are freaking Skywalker and Vader just happens to be the guy your high school sweetheart will actually marry? But right now, there's still time to rewrite the final credits. Right now, your ink pen is a lightsaber. Right now, you have permission to pull the ripcord of imagination, open the canopy of your mind, and float into wonder. Do you still wonder anymore? Is there a part of you where sea turtles sing Arabic hymns to the moon and the Statue of Liberty sneezes in Spanish, where you can answer the question, is excitement still the product that's made in America? Is your love story locally grown and organic? Does the ballet in your heart move your body so fiercely you sued the wind for plagiarizing your dance moves? I need to know the beauty beneath the bruises on your butterfly wings, while you kept them inside the chrysalis of your personal crucifixion when you were the one sent here to save us. I've seen you walk on top of the holy sea of your tears and pirouette upon the waves, and when I witnessed this, I saw a wonder. I mean, the imagery just did to me miracles inexplicably that lit a flame so vivid the solar system remembered me. It remembered me. Do you remember you? If so, then breathe like the tadpole who just found out that air is his birthright. Like you just found out that grandmas, in fact, live forever. Because only an immortal could trap that much love into a buttered biscuit, causing your taste buds to bloom in the kindergarten of your mouth long after she graduates this lifetime. Breathe life and resuscitate that long-dead invention constricted by the python of paycheck to paycheck. The only gamble was chancing the lottery tickets when the world's bouncing within you had your lucky numbers all along. Feel them bubbling again into your bravery, till King Arthur's sword ducks in fear of your thunder, a shadow cast across the Milky Way in the shape of your brilliance, because you dared to shine again in wonder.
Here today, gone tomorrow, running like a wildfire, moving like a cloud of smoke right under your nose.
Hey, I want to thank you for your donation. Art from Ashes is helping me change my life, and it's helped me change my life in so many different ways. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Little Phoenix told me that you donated, and I just want to say thank you so much, especially during this time.
Huge thank you. Thank you so much for your donations. We could not do this without you, so thank you.
Hi everyone, Adrielle Long, Board President, Art from Ashes here. I just want to go ahead and say thanks.
Hey, I'm Michael, and I'm on the board of Art from Ashes, and I'm your biggest fan. Thanks so much for your support and donations.
And I just want to say thank you so much for your donation.
Muchas gracias.
Hey, I'm from Gray Arlebern, a youth representative on the board of directors for Art from Ashes, and I just wanted to say thank you for donating. You're helping bring the Colorado sunshine aboard us. So yet again, thank you.
I'm tipping the world now, shape-shifting inside out, unmasking disaster, basking in the
Thank you so much, youth poets, for your bravery, for your courage, just standing up there and telling your truth. We're all inspired by that. And I appreciate y'all tuning in to the Celebration of Light. Thank you so much for just being a part of our community and keeping Art from Ashes going. Before you go, we want to invite you to our digital meet and greet, where we got auctions and door prizes. So stick around. Go to 32auctions.com/Art from Ashes. And by the way, go ahead to our website, artfromashes.org. It is Colorado Gives Day, or you can donate via PayPal. Thank you so much.